Hey everybody, I haven't done this in a while, but here's some book recommendations. One book I'm currently reading, two are comic book collections, and then the first two are nonfiction. So, we have Kayfabe, a love story by Dave Rutter. I read this last year. It's one man's look through different wrestling things, and his look through wrestling through various essays and different events and things, and he does it through his own eyes, as he would have experienced these things as a kid, and everything is real, so it's very interesting the way he does it. It's pretty fun. Then we have the story of G.I. Joe, edited by Jim Beard. If you're into like G.I. Joe, it has different stories taking you through different eras of different kids and how they play with G.I. Joe and their different stories, and how they would use the characters and just all the fun adventures they would have. Now for the nonfiction one. This one's pretty cool. This is prose stories. What this is, I showed before. This is from the Green Hornet comics, and these are the cover stories. I'm currently reading this. Now, what's interesting to me is that this was the Harvey Comics Green Hornet, so this was all an anthology. Now, some of these characters make sense for the Green Hornet. You have Blondie Bomber, Newsreel Ace, so that goes with the Green Hornet. The Zebra was a hero who was convicted of a crime he didn't commit, proved himself innocent, and then for some reason decided, I'm going to continue fighting crime, but I'm going to wear my prisoner garb. So essentially, yeah, criminals are a superstitious, cowardly lot, and what's going to frighten them is a zebra. Robin Hood. Okay, yeah, the Green Hornet was essentially kind of the modern-day Robin Hood, so that makes sense. I'm not going to say that one, because you can't say that anymore. That makes no sense. Spirit 76, yes, technically the Green Hornet was a patriot, so that makes some sense. Everything thematically fits with the Green Hornet, except for these guys, which I'm assuming these are the kind of the comedy guys. But yeah, so these are all our pro stories to the Green Hornet, which is pretty fun. If you're a Steve Ditko fan, then you might want to look into this one. This is all of Steve Ditko's Charlton work. So this is Captain Atom, the reinvented version, the Blue Beetle, and the Question. These are all his stories of those characters. All black and white, it's all in sequence. So it's all his Captain Atom stories, then all his Blue Beetle stories, and then all his Question stories. And I think this is like a print-on-demand title, so I don't think you'll be able to find this at a local library. Unless you read it and then donate it to the library. Same with this one. This is all the Web stories. The Web was an MLJ character. What makes this collection interesting, if I can find it, is you don't just get the comic stories, but you also get his pro story. You also get a couple of his pro stories. You also get, there's two of his pro stories in here that he did. Which is interesting. The Web's big gimmick is he has no powers, but everything he does, everything a villain does, eventually leads to them being eventually caught in their own web. And he's going to make there to see it happens. And he's just kind of the final thing that eventually leads the web to catching and the villains falling by their own hands. Yeah, that's just kind of his whole gimmick. But later on, they would bring him back as sort of a henpecked husband type character. I think the current Web actually does have superpowers, because he is a legacy hero. So I thought on his take up his man. I don't remember if it's his son or someone who's not even related to him, but there is actually a current Web running around in the Archie universe. But yeah, that was my book recommendations. Like I said, these two are print on demand. This is from Mini Comics. I think this may also be print on demand, but I think all three of these books are print on demand. All these books are print on demand, but yeah, I highly recommend checking it out if you're interested. Like I said, these two are collections of essays. One man's look at wrestling through the eyes of everything being real. A bunch of people's look at the world of G.I. Joe, how they played with figures. Green Hornet Pro stories, taking the covers of the different Green Hornet comics from Harvey Comics and seeing what the writer did with those adventures. The Web collection, and then if you're big into Steve Ditko, maybe you want to check out his early Charlton work. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed this book recommendations, and thank you, Booktube.